Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear students, our today's topic is a tea party. It's from class 7th English. And this chapter, this story, a tea party, deals with a young girl who wanders in a wonderland where three animals talks and behaves like human beings, and they are having a party in which Alice also joins without any invitation. Dear students, let's have a brief introduction of the writer of this story, who is Charles Lutwidge Dodgson. He was better known by his pen name Lewis Carroll and was an English writer of children's fiction, and notably Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. He was also a mathematician and a photographer. Now, moving to our topic, a tea party. Dear students, this lesson, a tea party, it shows the experience of a young girl named Alice, and she wanders about in a wonderland where animals talk and behave like human beings. This story also shows the strength of the three animals who have arranged a tea party under a tree in front of a house. Dear students, Alice in this story, the young girl Alice, was surprised. He has a feeling of she has a feeling of astonishment by seeing a rabbit who was talking like a human being, and she followed the rabbit through a hole and arrived at a place called the Wonderland, and she saw a big table laid in front of a house under a tree. Now, dear students, a question arises here that what is this wonderland? What does it means? Dear students, wonderland is a land or place which is full of wonderful things, or it is an imaginary place, imaginary land of delicate beauty or magical charm. It's also an imaginary land which is full of wonders. When Alice follows the rabbit, she arrived at a place which is called Wonderland, and she saw the wonderful things here, like the three animals which are talking like humans. Dear students, the three animals, the Moths, the Hatter, and the Dormouse, were sitting at the table. They were going to have a tea party, but they ignored Alice. When Alice joined their party, when she sit on a chair, they did not show any regard. They did not welcome her. They did not show any respect towards the Alice because she was not invited in the party. So she was ignored. Here another question arises that why was Alice ignored by the three animals? Their students because Alice joined their tea party without any invitation. So she was not welcomed by the three animals. She was not respected by the three animals. She was ignored by the three animals. So when Alice moved towards them, they cried, "No room, no room." Soon after the madness and rabidness and impolite, uncivilized behavior and uncivilized manner of the three animals became clear and evident when they offered Alice some wine. But there was nothing like that around. There was not any wine on the table, and they offered Alice some wine. This was the most rabidness and rude behavior of these three animals. But the elves told Marcia angrily. She got angry when she was offered wine, but there was nothing like that on the table. She said angrily to the Marcia that it was not polite of you. It was not the right manner to offer me wine without having it on the table. The Marcher replied that it was not too polite of you to sit here or join our party without being invited. Soon they also made some ridiculous, some absurd, some idiotic remarks. They asked her some meaningless riddles. To answer these, such as that why is a crow like a writing desk? Or and I see what I eat is the same thing as I eat what I see. I breathe when I sleep is the same thing like as I sleep when I breathe. So dear students, here another question arises that why was these three animals misbehaving Alice? Why did not they show any respect towards the Alice? Because they do not want her company. They do not want Alice to join their party at all. They want that Alice should go back and not join our party. So that's why they misbehave with Alice. And this meaningless conversation between these three animals and Alice continued for quite a long time. And Alice felt dishonored, insulted, and disrespected by the meaningless conversation of these three people. She felt insulted and disrespected, and she could not bear this disrespect, dishonor, and insult and she left the party in disgust and walked away. Did students here another question arises that why Alice left the party and walked away? Because the three animals did not show any regard, any respect, any honor, or they did not welcome the Alice in their party. They make some ridiculous remarks towards the Alice. They make some ridiculous comments towards the Alice, and Alice became irritated. Alice was irritated by the meaningless conversation of the three animals, and she could not bear this absurd, idiotic, and laughable behavior of the three animals. That's why she left the party. Dear students, this mad tea party was really a mad tea party because the three animals asked indecent and meaningless questions to Alice, whose answers they themselves don't know. And this is all about this mad tea party. Thank you very much.